Hello, I'm Dan Salzer with Pemmy Baker TV, and welcome to this Saturday's September 17th edition of This Week in Plymouth, your recap for everything happening around the town of Plymouth. For over 3.5 hours, the Plymouth Select Board met this past Monday with an agenda jam-packed full of items for approval and discussion. The board approved several purchase orders, as well as held 2 public hearings for unanticipated funds. One of the funds is for a memorial for the late Luke Besson, a graduate of the class of 2022 at PRHS. The board approved a purchase for a rock climbing wall in honor of Luke in his adventurous spirit. The Select Board also received a CIP update from Bill Lamoureux, the head of the Capital Improvement Plan Committee, and where things stand at the moment.
Phil, chairman of the Capital Improvement Subcommittee of the Planning Board, here to talk to us with a CIP committee report. This is a new process that we're doing this year, which was a kind of a partnership.
It's been a while. The town did have a CIP years ago. It's
Yes.
been a while since the town has done it, and I think
Long enough that effectively this was from scratch.
yes, planning board does have authority granted by the town to conduct the CIP process. The CIP is a budgeting tool that the long and the short of it is that we asked all the town departments for non-recurring capital items over a certain amount of money, and forecasting out in the next several years, and each.
Can I get you closer to the mic, please? Just
Sure.
because.
I'll be happy to. Is this better?
Thank you. That's much better.
All right, thank you. So the capital improvement program is intended to provide the select board and the budget committee a long-term view of capital expenses. The planning staff came up with the idea to use a Google Sheets document, which allowed each department head to have access to one page of a spreadsheet to enter their requests and priorities with years and costs, which is on the town website. You can look at the last tab is the master CIP. What you'll find, the general structure is that the next 60 years, all of the proposed purchases that were submitted by departments have been summarized. Our goal was to provide a recommendation of funding which levelized capital purchases to minimize the variability on the tax rate. We were able to get total expenditures for a year to be just over $2 million for each one.
Thanks, Phil. Really appreciate your work on this.
After lengthy debate and discussions over the last 2 months, the board approved a motion to remove all receptacle bins from Main Street and downtown Common. The board agreed to review the trash situation every 2 months or as needed over this year-long trial period. The receptacles were moved this past Wednesday.
Neil, removal of trash receptacles on Main Street.
Before Neil speaks, I just wanted to let the board that I have Jim Kahn is also on, listening to the meeting and with an interest
Oh, great.
for these. And I believe that you have an email in front of you from Danny Downing regarding the same issue.
I would like
Hello?
to make, oh, okay, does Jim want to speak
Hi,
first?
Jim. Jim, did you want to speak or
No, I'm just listening. I've been
All right.
listening all night.
glad you're here. So Neil's going to speak to this.
Are you reflecting on Jim's presentation at the last meeting and having spoken with some citizens, I'd like to propose that we have a trial period of removal of the municipal trash receptacles on Main Street.
So I kind of sold on the fact that removal is would be a good idea, even though initially I wasn't, because I'm still concerned about what trash might be thrown on the ground or outside stores and such.
I'm not sold on the idea, but I like Neil's idea of a trial period. This clearly would not be the time, in my opinion. It would be spring throughout the summer when tourist season and people are more likely to be out.
I don't think we could say remove the trash cans right now and in 30 days come back and say, hey, there was no problem. We'll never need trash cans again. Because I think that you're right that the summer months are probably the highest trash volume time.
Right.
The motion was to take them off today.
Oh, well, I can't take them off today because it's not there.
It's a little bit late in
But
the
I can take
evening.
them back to Wednesday.
You have been directed to remove them at your earliest opportunity.
Wednesday of this week.
Wednesday it is. And just make sure you store those in case we have to reverse that decision so that we can get them back in place.
There was also an update from the parking committee regarding the parking issue for postal employees that was presented to the board back in August. The agreement from the board is to dedicate 5 spots at Town Hall during business hours for permit parking. Parking will be only for the postal employees and will bypass the waiting list.
Just a follow-up for last meeting, Amanda, the postmaster from the post office, came with concerns about parking for the employees of the post office. You know, Kathy and Ann had a thought. We also met with the parking committee, and everyone, the suggestion was to the board is maybe taking the 4 spots at the top of Court Street that are right now saved for the town hall, but really don't get used during the day, from 6 in the morning to 5 at night, have permitted parking for the post office, and after 5 o'clock till midnight would be the use for the town hall. And the reason for not parking between midnight and 6 a.m. would be so Joe and his workers can clear it for snow removal. And our ordinance says you can't park on the streets between midnight and 6 a.m. anyway during those times.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? None.
All right,
Good.
We'll make it happen. Thank you.
This past Thursday, the Plymouth Planning Board met at Town Hall and hosted 2 public hearings, one for the new site plan review regulations and the other for the capital improvement plan. The board voted to adopt the new regulations and after receiving some comments from the public, also approved the new CIP. The CIP now heads to the Select Board for final approval.
I'm Maggie Mumford, a resident of Plymouth and a member of the Energy Commission. And the Energy Commission did ask to be part of this process, and we didn't hear any feedback back. We were quite disappointed to be left out. If we're not even on that list, it's much harder to prove that the town is interested in this.
I can say that this is not a binding plan. There's no rule that says that if it's not on this list, it can't be funded.
Well, it's really a living document in many ways.
It is. I mean, this should be updated. This is going to be updated every year. I would be happy to invite the Energy Committee to be part of the process next year. It might be that it might not even be appropriate to put on the CIP if it's a neutral expense in the operating budget because you finance it. It's not really capital. It just becomes part of the operating budget.
I'd like to make a motion that we include a representative from the Energy Commission and the Conservation Commission.
Can I clarify a question? Are you asking, is the motion to include?
Well, I don't have a second for my motion, so we can't really discuss it.
I was just asking for clarification on
I think you can ask for clarification.
Yeah, I'm just looking for clarification on it. Is the motion to include information from the CIP and the Conservation Commission in this CIP for this year, or are you asking to include them in the committee for next year?
It appears that you're at a point where you can't take them in this year, and you're not willing to.
Well,
if it's acceptable to include them in the process for the next round. That's what my motion is.
and I would like to make a blanket statement that if any town departments feel like they were left out, please reach out to us as a committee and we will do our best to include that information next year when we begin this process again.
So we still have a motion and a second on the table.
Yes, we do.
To include the Energy
Conservation.
Commission and Conservation Commission on the CIP for next year. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, the motion is approved.
Now let's look at the weekend weather with PSU Meteorologist Department student and Ryan Kudish.
So heading on into the weekend, tomorrow is my favorite day of the weekend because it's going to be mostly sunny throughout all tomorrow, but our temperature is only going to get up to 60 degrees. We're slowly trying to get back to those 70-degree mark, and we will get to that on Sunday, but the problem is we will see some AM partly sunny conditions, but then some PM showers. And when we do see those type of conditions with the warm front coming through, our dew point will go up a little bit, and I'll get more into that on our extended forecast. And those showers and clouds will continue into Monday with a cool temperature of only 60 degrees. Let me show you this on the extended forecast. So again, today, throughout the rest of the day today, we will be pretty clear. Our temperature will start to drop down into, actually we're going to hit around 40 degrees tonight. So if you're out early tomorrow morning, it's going to be cool, and also we could see some patchy fog as well. But tomorrow, again, it's going to be a beautiful day. We're going to see temperatures getting up to the mid-60s, and it's going to be less breezy than it is today. Wind's only going to be around 5 miles per hour, so it's going to be a beautiful day to get outside and enjoy some end of summer weather here in New Hampshire. But I am watching when those clouds make its way into our area. It looks like that comes around Saturday night into Sunday morning. Now, I'm also watching when those showers that it's associated with will make its way into our area. Now, Sunday morning, again, starts off partly sunny, but then I will see the chances of the showers and clouds really start to impact us in the afternoon hours, actually right around noontime or so, and go on throughout the rest of the day. Now, these storms are going to be warm frontals, so it's going to be just mainly some light rain showers, but I am also looking at some humidity building into it as well. Some dew points are sitting at around the low 60s or so. And those showers will continue throughout the day, rest of the night on Sunday and into Monday morning as well. So I want to bring up the tropical weather because again, those dew points, we kind of spark some tropical weather a little bit. But the tropical storm Fiona is impacting the Caribbean today. It is expected to make its way into a higher end tropical storm throughout the weekend, and then also to intensify into a hurricane by Wednesday morning. It looks like right now it will kind of curve and go out into sea. But if it does make a little bit of a left-hand turn, we'll keep you updated on that early next week. So tonight, again, 40 degrees will be our low temperature, clear and patchy fog as our winds will go calm. Now tomorrow is a Plymouth State football game. It's going to be a beautiful day for some football. The winds, again, will be pretty calm, so we don't have to worry about anything for kickoff and all that. Temperature for tailgating tomorrow at 10 a.m. will be 61 degrees. Kickoff at around 12 p.m. will be around 64. And again, we'll see a few extra clouds in the afternoon. Temperature will sit around 68 degrees for our end of game celebrations. Again, for our extended forecast, a beautiful, beautiful middle of the week. Again, those showers could impact Monday and Tuesday. My favorite day of the week is Wednesday, where we get up to 68 degrees. Chance of some showers on Thursday with a rumble of thunder. But then look at those as that front passes through on Thursday night. Friday, we wake up to some breezy conditions, some sunny conditions, but also temperature of only 58 degrees.
It's now time to take a look at sports in the Plymouth Regional Bobcats. Girls soccer got their first win of the season this past Tuesday on the road at Laconia and returned home on Friday the 16th to host Hollis Brookline. You can catch a full replay of the Hollis Brookline game throughout the week on Channel 1302 and also on demand on our YouTube channel. After a tough loss last weekend, Bobcat football returns home today on the 17th to play host to the Pride of Merrimack Valley. Kickoff is set for 2 p.m. You can catch the game live here on Channel 1302 and also our YouTube channel and Facebook page. Catch reruns throughout the week on Channel 1302 as well and on demand on our social media outlets. Couple of announcements. Next Saturday is a reminder that it's the Hazardous Waste Day at the Plymouth Recycling Center. Reminder that the general public will be closed to regular trash from 9 a.m. to noon to help relieve some of the congestion for Hazardous Waste Day. General public will be reopened for trash later in the day, and Hazardous Waste Day will continue all day long. With a chill in the air and fall just days away, that means Halloween and trick-or-treating is just around the corner. And on Monday, October 31st, the annual Main Street trick-or-treating will take place from 4:30 to 5:30, and the general public and the town-wide trick-or-treating will be from 5:30 to 7:30. That would do it for this week's edition of This Week in Plymouth. For our executive producer and Jonathan Picard, I'm Dan Salzer. And remember, if you have anything you'd like to share on the show or be on the show, contact us at the information on your screen. Until next time, this has been This Week in Plymouth.